Good evening, guys. So I'm going to do a channel message from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. I actually thought we done one from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine and one from Divine Masculine to the Karmic. I was about to say Divine Karmic, but fuck, there's no divinity within them people. So I thought it was about time. Well, I didn't. Spirit thought it was about time Divine Feminine got her voice heard. So I was out today in Saint. It's a lovely town. It's about 15 minutes drive from here. It's really nice. Been there a few times. And we were having something to eat. And this song was playing. And I was really low down, like, and fuck, for me, like. But I got it. I got the song. And it's an old song. It's Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You. Yeah? So when I got back, I looked up the lyrics. So we have some of the lyrics and some of the channeled. And I'm not using any cards, I said. None. So this is definitely first thing to do anyway, okay? So let's get into this for Divine Feminine. Some people live for the fortune. That's the first line of the song. Some people live for the fortune. And that is it. Especially karmic energy. They want success, but they don't want to work at it. The Divine Feminine is completely different. Not that she wants fortune, but she's definitely willing to work and work hard and work the right way to get her desired outcome. She doesn't have to lie, she doesn't have to cheat, she doesn't have to steal. And best still, she doesn't have to do any type of black magic or any magic at all, because what's naturally for her, she knows will come to her, and she trusts that process, yeah? Some people live for the fame. You see, and that's what, you know, even in the mediums that I see, they just want to be famous. They don't care what to do. They don't care who they step on. They don't care. They just want to be famous. And I don't get that. I really don't get that. Divine Feminine doesn't have that urge or that desire to be famous. Their soul path, their mission is much bigger than this for God. Like, only the ego wants to have fame and fortune. Only the ego wants those things. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are not ruled by the ego. They come from the heart space. They come from God and what God wants us to be and what God wants us to bring about in His universe. Yeah. Some people live for the power. Yeah. Some people do live for the power. Some people like to have power and dominance over people and control people. Like, these are extremely weak individuals, but Divine Feminine doesn't. She's so powerful. She doesn't want to have power over anyone. She doesn't have that need or, again, that want or that desire. She doesn't crave power because she's naturally a powerful person. You see, and this is why God makes some people Divine Feminine and some karmics, because God knows that His chosen people will never abuse any power or will never abuse any spiritual gifts that they are given. He knows this, you see, and this is why some people are chosen and some people are just clearly will never be chosen. Well, okay, I won't say never, but are not chosen in this incarnation. Let's put it that way, yeah? Because that's what the karmics like to do. They like to have power. And like Divine Feminine is trying to speak to Divine Masculine to show him that she's not going to be like the rest of them who just wanted power over him and dominance over him and used him maybe to get fortune or fame in this world, because I want to say they don't have to get up and go themselves to be this, but Divine Feminine actually has this and has this in abundance. Some people live just to play the game, you see, and that's it with Divine Feminine. There is no game. There is no game. They're just living life, following the guidance the Divine has given them, doing what they were sent here to do. doing it in a very honest and regal, is the word I'm getting, doing it in a very honest and regal way. Not interested in games, not interested in drama. Like, that's childish energy. And, you know, the divine doesn't choose childlike people to do these great things in the world, what he's set aside for this divine feminine. For divine feminines as a collective anyway. He knows their hearts, he knows their souls, he knows that they are very determined feminines who are very powerful, who know their power, who know their worth. I'm not interested. Only karmics are going to play games. Do you know what I mean? Only karmics are going to do this. So that was the first 4 lines of that song. So now we're going back and forth. So the channel bit is, my divine masculine, I live just for you, like you live for me. So divine masculine needs to understand that divine feminine's heart and soul is with you, not with another person. Whether you're aware of that or not, or whether you believe that or not, you should believe, because you should know and feel and just sense that and trust that. It's the same way that you are living for them. You share the same soul. You have a lot of similarities. You have a very important mission. You've got a very important mission. You've got important work to do in this world. And that's why so many people are always trying to stop you. Because ye have the power. You're both very powerful people, but together, unstoppable. Really unstoppable. I don't play any type of game. I just love you for you. This is what Divine Feminine is saying. They don't play games. Only the karmics that play these little mind games. They love you. But they love you for you. Your heart. Your soul. Not for any fame you can give them. Not for any fortune. They don't love you for to have power over you. They don't love you so they can just play all these little mind games with you. This is just idiotic. Little idiotic. I haven't heard that word in a while actually. Idiotic games that these karmics play, yeah? Some people, and we're back to the song, isn't it? Yeah, we're back to the song now. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. And that's all the materialistic things that they can hold and touch and feel. And, or if I have this handbag, or if I have this pair of shoes, or if I have this car, I'm fucking powerful. It makes me feel better about myself. It makes them feel, you know, that there's something more within them. That's just a fucking empty soul. It's an empty soul, for sure. Nothing in the physical. No money. None of that defines who the person is. Your soul defines that. Your heart. Your intentions really does define who you are. Not anything on the outside. Not anything tangible that you can hold, touch or feel. How the fuck does a handbag define you? Or a pair of fucking shoes, for fuck's sake? Or what car you drive? How does that define you? See, that's just the ego. I want to say that like that. Big dick energy. Yeah? None of that. You can have all those fancy things in the world, but if you're rotten inside, in your heart and soul, you're dark. That's disconnected and dark. What the fuck is a handbag? Sorry. What the fuck is these handbags are going to do for you? I could never understand that. Yeah? I personally can't understand that. Okay? Only a superficial bore thinks like this. So that's the superficial people. I have this car, this diamond ring, this handbag, this shoes. Go here on holiday. People will think I'm something. So therefore, it's almost like trying to put on that mask. Oh, I have Louis Vuitton handbag. I'm something. You're fucking nothing. No, I'm not saying some people who don't have Louis Vuitton handbags, I'm not saying that at all, but it's that mindset of, I need to have all these materialistic things so people look at me in a different way. People look at you in a different way if you're a good person. You have a good heart and a good soul and your intentions are pure. A handbag will, handbag, can't even believe I'm saying that, But literally some people do think like this, yeah. Some people want it all. Back to the song. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. And that's like with that karmic energy, with that devil energy, you can't satisfy them. They want everything. And no matter what you give it and give it to them, they're never fucking happy. They always want more because they are never satisfied. The devil's never satisfied. But Divine Feminine wants nothing. Nothing at all. Because Divine Feminine is definitely very satisfied with herself, her life. And it's not greedy, not materialistic. They're unbothered about all those superficial things. It's only the karmic wants all those things. So this is going to be a good indication of who's a karmic and who's a real Divine Feminine. I just saw Eminem. Can the real Divine Feminine please stand up? Yeah, so it's a good indication. You get someone that, I want to have this, and they're into Divine Feminine. Besides their energy, you should really introduce them. You think you kind of know a divine soul from a karmic. You should anyway, but you know. Yeah, some people want diamond rings. And again, I don't like, that is part of the song. I don't want to send it about diamond rings. I'd rather crystalline, actually. And it's okay to have a diamond ring. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that every person that wants to have a diamond ring is a karmic by any means, but if that's what you sit and you think about day after day, what a waste of fucking time. What a waste of energy. What a waste of a life. It's a very sad outlook. And I know there is people out there that are like that. They want everything. They want everything. I'm hearing Jessie J's song. Don't worry about the price tag. Yeah, because some karmics, like, they do demand an awful lot of everybody, let alone Divine Masculine, off of everybody. These karmics really do want to work for it, but they demand. I've never demanded anything in my life. Anything I wanted, I'd always get myself. And I don't have that entitled outlook, yeah. But everything means nothing if I ain't got you. So this is what Divine Feminine is trying to say, that no matter what she has in her life, yes, she's very satisfied. Yeah, she's very grateful, but it feels quite emptiness. That's what I want to say. It feels quite empty without Divine Masculine. No material things can fill that void of not having Divine Masculine in their life, or feeling his energy, or having him next to her. What good would any of these things be to any of us? Do you know what I mean? It's no good. Right, so now we're going back to the channel, but it's time for union right now. Don't be scared and make that call. So, it's pretty self-explanatory, that one. It is time for our sacred union to commence. Divine Masculine has to make that call. He has to stop being scared. He has to reach out to his Divine Feminine. Sorry, let's put that song. He has to let go of the fear. He has to call her or contact her somehow, because that is the role of Divine Masculine. And Divine Masculine can't expect Divine Feminine to take on his role, because Divine Masculine feels that Divine Feminine should be chasing him and calling out after him. Then he's not truly in his Divine Masculine energy. He just can't be. It's only when they step into that energy they know their role in this union. Divine Feminine knows her role in this union. The egg never chases the sperm, ever. Ever. Doesn't matter what anyone says to you. Because I've watched a few readers, and I do love them and all that, but sometimes I hear them even saying that am I more for a woman making the first move in a general sense? It's not like men have to do everything. Do you know what I mean? It is 2022. But in this divine union, you both have your roles, and Divine Masculine needs to be awakened into what his role is and what he needs to do. And it shouldn't be Divine Feminine chasing them. It shouldn't be. And if someone has told you that, and from my perspective, from my point of view, from what I feel, no, that's not what you have to do. Okay, happy memories are waiting to be created. Divine Feminine wants to create some happy memories with the Divine Masculine. They can. Of course they can create memories alone. Absolutely they can. And they can create their own happy memories. But I feel the most happiest memories Divine Feminine will have will be the ones that are with you. Important life events waiting to be celebrated. So, important life events. They have to be created in order to be celebrated. Yeah. So what is important life events? Union, that will be one. Engagement, marriage, children, birthdays, anniversaries. Stepping out and doing the work of God. That would be something very important that we have to do. And then you can celebrate after you've achieved that and have had success. And it's like everything that you're here to master for Gaia. You can celebrate that once you've mastered it. 1616, oh my God. You can celebrate all those things too. It's not just the get married, have kids, blah 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 blah. It's much, much bigger than that. It is much, much bigger than that. It's time now for us. It's time for us now. Everything else can wait. So it feels that Divine Masculine was allowing the situation just to, and allowing Divine Feminine just to keep on waiting on the sideline, not making her a priority. And that's wrong. Everything else that you put before Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, you have to put them second now. Divine Feminine needs to come first. And it's time for this union. It's time for you to put her first. It's my turn now. I will come first. Our connection. So that's what she is saying. It is your time. It is. It's the time of union. Divine Feminine has to be put first by Divine Masculine. Your connection together has to be put first before everything else. Everything else that Divine Masculine put first, that has to go on the back burner now. Divine Feminine needs to be centre place. Our connection will never die. And it is so true. Like, you can't, no matter what you do, no matter what cords you're trying to cut, try to replace them. You can't replace these people. You can't kill or break this connection because they're so strong. They're so pure. And it's lifetimes of having the same connection. So you're fighting a losing battle. And I think every twin flame will agree, no matter what they've tried to do, try to allow themselves to think, or nothing can break this. Nothing. No techniques work. Believe me, I've tried a lot myself. They just don't work. You can't die. You will never die, no matter what anyone does, no matter what even spell work you face by these karmics. Can't break that bond. Can't break that connection. It's like a connection like no other. Oh my God, I am dripping here with sweat. It is a connection like no other. It's just, wow. It's powerful. The connection has, it will never die. Protected by the Most High. And that's why. That's why these connections can't be broken. That's why black magic can't stop this, because it's completely protected by the Most High, because the Most High has to protect it with the level of energy attacks that they will face to try and get them off the path of doing what He has sent them here to do. So there will always be karmics in every twin flame connection. There will always be karmics. Karmics will be your parents, your children, your friends, any type of a third party. There will be many and many that will always and continue to try to come between you both. But it is protected, so they can never stop it. They may delay it, but they can never stop it. They can never break it. And it's time now, Divine Masculine. It's time to It's time for union. It's time for you to let go of that fear energy, to stop being scared, because Divine Feminine is first and foremost your first priority, and it should be your top priority. And you've got to get it together. You've got to fully now step into that role of Divine Masculine, because Divine Masculine is fearless. So it says, like, don't be scared, make that call. You really need to step fully into being the Divine Masculine and make that call. There's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. It can't go on. Separation can't go on like this. There's important work that needs to be done, and it's in Divine's timing. Divine's timing has been now. It's not Divine Masculine's timing. It's not Divine Feminine's timing. It's Divine's timing. And you've got to listen. You've got to listen to how you feel. You've got to listen to your own soul. You've got to listen to you and not listen to others. God is directly connecting to you. You've got to hear that voice within. That is the Divine. So, there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to be scared about. Divine Feminine is Divine Feminine, and the karmic is a karmic. Divine Feminine is here to love you unconditionally and take care of you. Karmic is here to use you and abuse you and try to break your spirit so you don't know your own worth and your confidence. And you don't continue on in your path. Because at least the karmics know how powerful Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are. Sometimes, and they don't want Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine to know their power. They'll do everything. These karmics will do everything for you not to know, or to stop you believing in yourself. Keep on believing in yourself. 2222. Keep on believing in yourself and make that call. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Alright? I'll talk to you very soon. Take care.